Cars forming up now for the street stock main event. On the inside on the pole position in lane 1 is car 59, driven by Gerald Winters. On his outside is Bob Danner, driving car 02. Behind them in the second row is car 71 with John Butts. And on his outside is car 07, driven by Nipabella. And in the third lane is the yellow car 34, driven by Gary Cantrell. And on his outside in sixth position is Roy Serini in car 24. Behind them in the 76 car is Frank Pavlik. Frank so far is 9th in points this year. On his outside is Jim Keeler, driving 01, who is presently 6th in points coming into tonight. Behind them is car number 9, Bill Evans. Bill has had problems in the past in rolling over, so he's placed training wheels on his roof. Bill's presently 4th in points so far this year. And on his outside, coming over the last few weeks from Lakeport, is Mike Bourbon, driving car 47. In the next lane, driving car 11, is John Ullery, with Dean Giese on his outside. Again, Dean is 3rd in points this year and just got in about a half hour before racing began, having won 2nd place nationally in the welding contest. Behind them is car 27, making it out for this main event, having missed the trophy dash and the heats with problems, driven by Steve Pierce. Steve is currently 7th in points this year. On his outside is Bud Thompson, 5th in points, driving car 34U. And fast car of the night is Larry Giese, driving car 14 and moving into first place in points in this 85 season. You can hear the crowd giving the drivers a big hand. Good sized crowd here tonight, even though it is cool. Never got quite as hot as what the weatherman said they were going to be. Said it was supposed to get up to 95, but it only got up to 81, and the winds come up this evening, cooling off this track. So hopefully the cars will be sticking on this cool track. And we're going to take a quick break. You can see the cars still lined up, waiting to be given the word to start their motors. And we'll let you see what they look like in the negative. Makes a change in the whole appearance. Something out of the Twilight Zone. Cars moving out now for the street stock main event. Take a couple laps, get everything in shape. Got a pretty good lineup tonight. I believe there's 17 cars in this event. Cars starting to loosen up now. Make sure they don't get anybody's way as they go around the track. Cars slowing down now as they come around for the parade lap, starting to form up. You see Danner and Winters leading them in down the straight. taking their parade lap. Butts and Cantrell and Nobella behind them. As they come out of turn 4 now, this time they'll be looking for the green flag. Fairly well formed up, and Brian gives them the green. You see Danner jumping out ahead there of Winters. Abella moving in behind him, moving up high though. '24 and '71 car, keeping the pack fairly well bunched up. As Danner and Winters move ahead into turn 2. Danner getting a good jump on the rest of the pack. See Giese moving up through the pack now on the outside. As they come around, you can see they've thrown a yellow flag as John Ellery's gone on to the infield. A couple cars getting loose there in the turn, trying to get around him. The cars raced to the yellow, so they didn't slow down. A couple cars had to move onto the infield to get around him. You can see Larry Giese moving over to talk over with Skip. Asking Skip to check his left rear tire. Apparently there's oil all over the track. We're not sure which car is doing it. See Bourbon moving around the track now. And while they get straightened out, we'll break. Clearing the track. You can see Dean Giese's come into the pits, try and correct some problem with his right front tire. They think the car that's leaking oil was car 07, Nipabella. While they're cleaning or putting grease sweep on the track, the officials are forming up the lineup. You can see Bob Danner in car 02 in the lead, followed by 24, I believe that's Serini. And then it looks like the 01 car, Jim Keeler, followed by Mike Bourbon in 47. Followed by Gerald Winters in 59 and Nipabella in 07. That's the car they think that's dropping the oil. Whoever's doing it has poured quite a bit out on the track in both straights. Behind Abella is the 14 car, Larry Giese, followed by Gary Cantrell in car 34. Behind them is the 27 car, Pierce. Looks like Ullery in 11 is either behind Pierce or discussing the situation with the officials, followed by the 71 car, John Butts, and then Bud Thompson in 34U, Pavlik in 76, and Bill Evans in 9. But we'll verify that as they move out. You can see Dean coming back out on the track now, having repaired whatever the problem was. As their cars are still sitting under the red, we have received word from Dutch Holland that right after the 4th of July, in coordination with the state inspector, they're going to go ahead and pave the track and replace all of the lights with a new lighting system. Should greatly improve the performance of the cars on the track. And you can still see the sweepers working. Looks like they've painted the whole straight stretch over there with white grease sweep. It's going to take several laps of the cars going around to get that going, or get it off the track. It's going to create a large cloud of dust. We're going to have to absolve 07 of any blame from the oil. Apparently it's John Butts in the 71 car. You can see him sitting there on the infield. They're starting up their engines now, getting ready to move out, blow the dust off the track. Quite a cloud of dust. The wind usually blows it right back towards the pit area. Skip on the infield, verifying the lineup. Cars having moved around, blowing the grease sweep off. He's checking the lineup now as they come around. See Danner jumping ahead. 24 car moving on the infield. Car still moving under a yellow flag. Skip's going to give him one more lap around. See what happens to the 24 car. He's going to go over and check to see what the problem is now. See 24 Serini still sitting on the infield. Looks like it needs a push start. Must have died on him as it went down the track in the backstretch. He's moving further on into the infield. We're not sure what his problem is. Now he's heading for the pits, so while they move under the yellow, he'll make a dash across into pit area. See Danner still leading the pack, followed by Jim Keeler. They'll be coming around for a green this time around. 3 laps down on this main event. Well formed up as they came down. Brian gave him the green flag. See Keeler trying to move on the inside of Danner there, taking him in the turn. You can see Mike Bourbon right behind him on the inside, also taking Danner, moving into second place. Larry Giesey's moving into 5th, or 4th place now, behind as he moved ahead of Winters. We're going to take 34 off the track as his bumper's sticking out in front. See it there like a battering ram. Meanwhile, it's still Keeler in the lead. Excuse me, Giesey's just moved in front of Keeler. Bourbon's still in 3rd place. As they go down the straight, it's now Larry Giesey in 1st place, followed by Bob Danner in 02 and Mike Bourbon in 47. I believe Pierce is in 4th place, followed by Bud Thompson. Dean Giesey having problems moving slowly around the outside of the track. Larry Giesey's opening a wide lead now between the 1st and 2nd place. Still Keeler in 2nd. Bourbon hasn't made a move around him yet. Easy moving easily all by himself now. Pierce moving up into 4th place, closing in on Bourbon. Bourbon now making a move around. There is brother Dean Giese moving off of the track into the pits. Bourbon still trying to take Keeler as they go into the turn. Larry Giese coming into traffic now, passing Nepavella and John Butts. They're trying to. Bella closed it off on the inside. Bella moving high now to let Giese by. Remember, the track does have a move over flag. Allow the leading cars to move easily through the pack of slower cars. They don't give a move over flag to a car that's giving a good race though. Looks like Bourbon's moved into 2nd place with Pierce moving into 3rd. With Thompson in 4th place now, having gotten around Keeler. Cantrell's coming back out on the track, having removed his bumper. Move back on the leader. Larry Giese is still leading this race easily as he goes around the straight. 2nd place is still Mike Bourbon with Pierce right on his tail. Bud Thompson right behind them in 4th place. They're black flagging the 02 car, moving him off of the track. Pierce trying to make a move on Bourbon, getting caught in traffic on the high side. Thompson diving underneath him there, backing off of it though as it came out of the turn. Bourbon still holding on to 2nd place so far. In traffic, Pierce is having to stay behind him, keep Thompson from going underneath him into 3rd. Larry Giese is now about a 1/4 lap ahead of the 2nd place car, moving easily around the track. We'll see how far behind the 47 and 27 cars are. 3 cars running together, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. Mike Bourbon, Steve Pierce, and Bud Thompson. There's Larry Giese coming around again, lapping other cars, moving up behind Bill Evans in the 9 car. Evans moving high to let him around. You can see Bob Danner having fixed whatever the problem was that they black flagged him for, coming back out on to the track. So now the fight for 2nd place. Pierce moving into 2nd in front of Mike Bourbon. Although Bourbon closes it in the turn, Pierce has enough power to take him easily down the straight. Bud Thompson moving high on the outside now, also trying to get around Bourbon. Bourbon a little loose as they came around the turn there. Coming around for the white flag. Larry Giese has taken the white flag. Is now coming around Cantrell to take the checkered. And Larry Giese has his 5th win in 6 races in the main event. Easily moving ahead in this race and retaining his 1st place position. The top 3 cars were Larry Giese in 14, Steve Pierce in 27, and Mike Bourbon in 47. This is unofficially, of course. And while the cars leave the track, we'll break.